Greetings and salutations, everyone. Happy Independence Day. I just made a Happy Independence Day video, but really guilt-tripping everyone to train to standards. Everyone's just a consumer and watching GunTube for entertainment and music and montages, hitting steel with huge pistols no one actually carries, and what gear to buy as a salesman instead of training regularly to standards to get yourself better. So how do you do that? Well, I've done drill of the month videos for almost a year now, I think. Have drill of the month videos, like I think usually the first Thursday of the month. I have a playlist, a drill of the month, a drills playlist. Look in there. I also have a like shoot better playlist with like videos I filmed in the past that were like 3 to 8 minutes long on doing different drills with different pistols. At outdoor range, etc. So I have at least 2 playlists on how to get better. I've come out with my 25 round realistic CCW test that I have yet to someone submit a video of themselves doing it. I've yet to have anyone even showing themselves doing it in dry fire, so you have the correct responses at the correct distances to different situations, drilled in to your nervous system for faster brain processing to say, oh, this is what I need to do. You know, a lot of people shooting with big pistols with PUD 115 and weapon mounted lights, so it pulls the barrel down, and extended threaded barrels, that's so there's more weight out front, so it makes them look like they can go at 15-second splits with no accountability showing their hits on paper. Okay, but in the Independence Day video, I talked about different confirmation levels, what you should be shooting at, what speed, 7 yards and in, 15 yards and in, and past 15 yards. Really important stuff to know, guys, and to push yourself to. So I've come up with 75 rounds, typically 3 mags. Why? Because it's very typical for me and a lot of people around the world to carry a 15+1 gun. Okay, mostly a 15+1 9mm. You see a whole lot of micros, macros, and subcompacts that fit into this really nice category where 16 rounds of 9mm probably solves most situations that you could possibly find yourself in. Okay, but here's a 3 mag or 75 round warm up, or for some of you that would be an entire training day. Okay, it's going to give you a lot in just 75 rounds. So I have my 25 round realistic CCW test. I got those playlists. Go check out, subscribe, notification bell, comment, all those things. Torso target, like awesome targets from Targets Online. So any kind of anatomy target, silhouette target, IDPA target is ideal. USPSA, I don't like the lower A zone. That's not good anatomical hits, but like A up. Something like that. 7 yards is a very good starting point, and if you get really good after doing this maybe 3 times, even if this is just one of the things you do every 3 months or so, you're higher level than me, maybe kick it up to 10 yards and see if the wheels fall off or how bad they fall off. Is just a good thing to know. If you can start doing the things you do at 7 yards, if you can extend that range to 10 yards, you're far better able to deal with things in a real situation. Should it be an extended sedan length DGU, which often starts at 3 or 4 yards and extends, yes, past 7 yards. 53% of shots taken in 2025 legal defensive gun use by civilians at AssWatch, 53% of the shots were past 7 yards. And 23% needed more than 5 rounds to solve. 23% needed more than 5 rounds fired by the good guy. Okay. So 7 yards, mag 1, you're going to draw the headshot because a lot of you have really shitty draws and you're not practicing it. If you cannot practice drawing at your range and you aren't at the skill level to be safe to do so anyway or prove that to them, you could at least be practicing your draws in dry fire. Very important. I yelled at all you guys for having a 2 to 2.5 second draw to first shot A zone at 7 yards, 2.5 second to an A zone at 7 yards, or worse, your D zone at 7 yards is not acceptable. Okay, draw to first shot 1.75 seconds. We're gonna make that way harder. The goal is 5 single draws to headshot, and 1.75 is the goal. 2 seconds is acceptable. That's what you're aiming for. You're aiming to get down to this 1.75 or better, and at least, you know, between that and 2 seconds, acceptable. What's a headshot? Whether you want to put yourself in the 4-inch circle IDPA or the box card, up to you. Even if it's outside, you should go for the 4-inch IDPA style, or a 3x5 card is better, bigger than the But anything of the head box, because they don't have a fat head like me, they have tiny little narrow heads, and they don't have a neck, and my neck's wider than those. Like anything on the head, acceptable at first. Your goal is to have the confidence to be able to draw and make a headshot. And it's a warm-up, and it's precision, and it's am I getting my grip and my draw correct, and everything, okay? Then you're going to do 2 immediate incapacitations. So like Gabe White standard, 7 yards, draw to headshot, we're doing 2 shots. Boom, boom. So your goal in that first shot's 175, and then 225 to make 2 shots. 225 is the goal there. 275 is acceptable. Gabe White standard's light pins. So 225 is the goal, or 275 is acceptable for those. So 5 singles and 5 doubles. 10 plus 5, 15 rounds. Got it? There's your first mag. Really nice warm-up because you now did 10 draws under a time constraint. 2 standards, guys. Mag number 2, or the next 15 rounds. Going for the A+ box, or the A zone, or the 6x8 post-it note you're going to use that I've used in videos, or a 8-inch IDPA circle, or 8-inch shoot and see circle. Draw to single shot. Boom, there's your 175. Draw to a double tap. 2 seconds. So it should be 175 and it's 7 yards. You should be able to do a 25 split and go boom, boom. Make your double tap, both in the A zone. 2 seconds is your goal. Triple tap, which is more realistic because most people are probably going to need at least 3 torso hits to stop being a deadly threat and at least fall down, and they might reanimate to stab again or shoot you from the ground. But expecting that in 2 like IDPA or IPSC USPSA competitions, I just go on, that's really bad. Because like if there's 3 to 5 bad guys, just thinking I'm gonna shoot everyone twice and they just crumple. They don't just fall down like in 24 unless you hit the upper CNS. Unless you hit that spine, even a hurt shot's 8 to 15 seconds. So it should probably be triple tap. So anyway, a single shot, draw to a double shot, draw, I'll do a triple shot, draw to a quadruple shot, boom, 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 and then a fast 5, draw to fast 5. So, you know, at quarter, 0.25 splits, 175, 2, 225, 25, and 275 for a fast 5. Being able, if there's a single attacker, I think a very realistic response would be draw to 5 to the body, man. 7 yards and in, I should be able to draw and do a fast 5. And if he starts to fall, you fall onto the ground and tell your brain to stop, but that might take a whole second. I think it's very reasonable because it's not the movies, and pistols are not rifles or shotguns, okay? Pistols are not like a 12 gauge with buckshot at close range. They just aren't, irregardless caliber. Okay, Mag 3 is the other Gabe White standards you haven't done because you've already done 5 immediate incapacitations. So now we're going to do a Mozambique or failure drill, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. Your goal should be light pin, people. If you're better than me and you can get turbos, awesome. I've done a few turbo immediate incapacitations. I don't think I've pulled turbos off really on any of the others. So I'm a light pin guy on a good day, and maybe cold sometimes, and that's what really matters, dark pin territory. So light pin, your goal though should be a Mozambique in 2.5 seconds. A split bill drill, which is 4 to the body, 2 to the head. Split bill drill, 4 to the body, 2 to the head in 375 should be your goal. And a bill drill, which is 6 shots. I wish everyone was doing fast 5 better, because if I got a 15 round gun, which has always been kind of common, you got 3 servings of fast 5s. But I digress. So it's 6 to the body and 275 for light pin. There's your dark pin numbers are much more forgivable. If you're not at dark pin numbers, you are not training enough. Probably shouldn't be taking the legal liability of carrying a gun, because you should be training once a month, not just one horrible CCW class, which is worse than most law enforcement qualifications, which absolutely suck and give you 5 times the amount of time that is required in a real situation. Okay, the part times are way too long. Here's the turbo pin for you guys that want to be ninjas. Okay, if you can get turbo pin clean, that's great. But make your goal to light pins here. Even these are fast goals, and I gave you like what's pretty acceptable, but that's a very good usage of 75 rounds. Or, you know, typically like 3 mags. So 3 mags, what could I do with 3 mags a day and just work on fundamentals? And there it is. You're getting a whole lot done Mozambique and bill drills, we're getting some transition from body to head, assuming a lot of you train at indoor range. If you can't draw, practice drawing at home, dry fire, and you could either have the pistol safe downrange if you're not some kind of idiot and be able to pick it up and not ND with your finger in the trigger guard before you pick it up and start presenting the target, or you could go from low ready, not low ready like the cheat channels out there that do low ready at a stomach, which isn't low ready, that's muzzling someone creating aggravated assault. Low ready would be a foot in front of their feet, so I wasn't technically muzzling them, and then up drill to the shot.